Hey, yo. What's going down, everybody? It's your boy YoungC.a.u.s.e, man. At the letter hate, but to shake his hand anyway. And we are here. Cocktails and Intellect podcast. Do pardon me. I'm actually, there's 5 of us on the show this time around, so my microphone sounds different from everyone else's, but we gonna make it work. God damn it. Cocktails and Intellect podcast. We here. Happy New Year, y'all. New Year. I got my beautiful host with me over here.
Hey everyone, you know it's me, Calypso, aka Diana, aka Shereen, you know, Medea.
She said Medea. Yo, I love it, And then we do have our sexologist on the show right now.
It's Malaika, also known as Angelic Enchantress.
There goes that voice again.
I know, right?
Oh. Just say it one more time.
Right?
There goes Malaika.
Was not expecting that.
Look, listen, man. And so before we get into our special guest on the show and what we're going to get into, I do want to say thank you once again for our sponsors for this particular episode, VXV Fitness Center.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Black-owned fitness center, woman-owned, black women-owned.
Black
women-owned.
woman-owned.
I love it. Oh, there you go.
In the heart of downtown Orlando. We're actually right across the street from the soccer stadium, so it's accessible everywhere. They have classes all throughout the week. Fit your schedule. Get healthy, wealthy, and the best version of yourself for 2022 right here at VXV.
Ooh.
Ow.
All right. So so I have to ask. All right, it's a new year, right? How the hell have y'all been?
Well, do we want to introduce them first? Because who's y'all?
Well, hold on. We gonna get into our special guest. I'm talking about y'all. I ain't, you know what I mean? Like y'all been, you know what I mean? Y'all been good. Okay, because technically we ain't shoot since last year. We haven't seen each other since last year.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
since November.
Well, me and you,
yeah,
whatever. Yeah.
It's been good. It felt like a blur.
Holy shit. Felt like a blur.
I'm just saying, like the month, you know, it's my birthday month, so you
know,
I turned up all month. It was a big blur.
Okay, all right. And how about you, Mama?
I just kept it low key.
You kept it low key.
Yeah.
Low key, really? What the fuck does that even mean?
Home and bed.
Home
Netflix.
and bed. Netflix, really? Wow.
And chill.
And chill. Hulu.
Hold on, Netflix and chill. Usually, you was booed up.
Depending on the day.
Okay, my nigga. No. See, no. Hold on, pause. Me and Malaika got a relationship that we understand, man. When she, I get her. I get it. I like that. Depending on the day. All right, word. But listen, we have 2 special guests on the show.
We have one returning guest, too.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Thank you.
I
You took it
forgot
right out
that
of my
episode,
mouth. For real. We do have a returning guest and a new special guest on the show. And what I am going to do in typical form and fashion is have y'all introduce yourselves. Of course, ladies first. You tell the people who you are and where they can find you at again.
Jersey Carter. You can find me on Instagram, Jersey Carter 76.
Hey, she's like, nigga, I've been here, done that.
Like y'all know who I am, just like that. When y'all don't know me, how you guys doing, man? I'm Pernell Bush. I'm a licensed psychotherapist in the state of Florida, and you can find me on IG as _therapist, and then also you can find me online at www.keycounseling.solutions.com.
I like his confidence already.
Right? I feel like I should make an appointment.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you have to make an appointment after you hear that man introduce himself.
Come on through.
Facts. Listen, hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Sextment by the way. It's going to be a little bit different, but it's still the Sextment by the way. Now, before we do anything, I don't know if anybody want to touch this right here. We got the Bel Air up here, you know what I'm saying? I know, I'm going to chill out for a little bit.
Okay.
Because if I crack that motherfucker open right there, we gonna be on brunch status.
Anyway.
Look at Malika's face. Look at her face.
She thinking about it.
No. That's the thing. She's not thinking about it. She's like, no. For real. But hey, man, look, listen. It's there to pop open. You know what I mean? This is how we doing Cocktails and Intellect podcast. But yo, listen. What are we doing here today? What's going down, y'all? I miss y'all. Shit. I know, right? Look at that. Yes, Happy New Year for real, Mama.
Well,
I thought you moved out of the country, so whatever.
I will. This started with a post that you and I both saw, and I think I reposted it.
Yes.
And the young lady, I can't remember, her name was Natural Nikki or something, and she was like, "See, I told y'all, a man can't just be with one woman."
Oh, okay.
That's where it started.
That's where it started at. And I was like, yo,
They can't.
yeah.
They can't.
No.
I don't, hold on, man. I'm a man, dog.
Well, but this is why you're here.
That's what I'm saying. So,
It depends.
you know, that's what it comes to. It depends on what that
depends on the
individual wants,
situation, the
right?
person.
You know, that every individual is different. So I ain't gonna say that they can't. It's just some choose that.
Well,
some
I
don't want to.
believe
Some choose not to. Some
what was happening was the person got caught, and it was just like he's getting caught because he can't just be with one person.
Yeah. Okay. So he was just unethical as all outdoors. He just need to speak his truth.
That would be ideal,
Right. That's the issue. That's what we got to teach people to speak their truth and be real
Live in
themselves.
it.
You know,
Live
real
in the
recognize
truth.
real. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, well, all right. Well, with that being said, no, G shit, because they're both speaking truths, if you would. But isn't that part of the polygamy or polygamy? Where you guys are I'm asking you, Jersey, because that's the honesty part of the whole situation is ideal in that situation. That's definitely not for a monogamous
we're talking
relationship.
about monogamy versus polyamory.
Okay, so
Right.
it's polyamory.
Polyamory. There's so
And
many.
there are different names for it.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
poly-
Well,
Jersey.
break it
I
down.
feel like
Bring
there's
it down.
only
I'll try to
one
do
letter
the
that
best that I can
changes
remember.
between all those
It's
words.
literally
It
like
is.
one or two.
It is.
So poly means many loves.
Okay.
Okay.
Many
So
loves.
That's just a broad stroke of
Okay.
means many love. Polygyny is one male, multiple girlfriends or multiple wives.
Okay.
Polyandry is one female, multiple boyfriends or multiple husbands.
Oh shit.
Then you move into polyamory,
Polyamory. Yes.
and then there's polygamy. So those are practices of marriage with these people that you're in. Overall, it's about family. It's
Okay.
about family. You're doing this to have a family, to grow your legacy. You know, that's the dynamic. So all of those things that I mentioned, they're just dynamics.
That's it.
dynamics. How are you going to live your life in this dynamic?
That's it.
So my current
Formations,
dynamic would be polygyny, which would be one male, multiple wives or girlfriends. That's where I'm at right now in my situation.
And that letter's the G.
It's
Polygyny.
GY. So,
They all got
yeah. So it's like it's a
Yeah.
POLYGYMY, something like that.
I would fail the
Yeah.
spelling bee if that was the word.
that's
that
a polygamy. And
was
you got,
spell
you
it
know,
all wrong.
Yeah.
And what you're talking about with the guy not being truthful, it's called non-ethical.
Yes.
What is it called? It's
Non-ethical
non-ethical
monogamy.
Yeah,
Yes,
non-ethical monogamy.
Okay.
Which means when you're non-ethical, you're not being
Truthful.
truthful.
So what you want to
Yeah.
actually start to practice is, if you're someone who may want different relationship formations, we want individuals that want to practice ethical. Non-monogamy.
Yes.
So that's you actually saying, hey, you know what? You and I are together right now. However, I do have desires for other women. I may want to explore that.
Correct.
So I'm actually having this conversation with you, right? So now this is me trying to now put into practice this ethical non-monogamy if you are able to consent to it. Now, your partners may have to consent to different things some way, depending on the racial formation. But consent is going to be the biggest thing I'm going to be saying throughout this whole conversation today. Because at the end of the day, no matter what relational formation that you may have, it's always going to come down to you being open and honest about your partners, with your partners, about what you're doing, and being truthful about communications. And I think that's what we kind of fail at as a society, that we don't know how to communicate well.
Of course.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
What's that?
Because okay, so you're in a monogamous relationship, right?
Yes.
The consensus was that men can't be with one woman, right? So you're honest with your partner, right? Two things is gonna happen. She ain't trying to hear that shit, or she will have an adult discussion and try to figure out how do we make this better.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you both are in a monogamous relationship, after you have that discussion, what does that turn into if she agrees to or understands where you're coming from.
So that's where the work come in at, so especially if it's something new for you both. So at the end of the day, anytime I work with clients who may be trying to go from monogamous to polyamory or ethical non-monogamy, it's first, let's understand why is it that you want to go through this process, right? That's why I want to make sure the individuals understand this. Not because we're bored right now and we think this is going to spice up our relationship. Nah, right? I want you to ensure, because a lot of times, I'm going to tell you, that when I work with my clients, it be the men that have the hardest trouble. Because a lot of times we as men, we want multiple women. And then
but they don't want to see. We don't want to see our women. No,
if they see they significant other. Like, hey, like, hold on, wait a minute. I'd say that I want to be able to do this, but I ain't saying I want you.
Yo, continue. I'm gonna double check something real quick. Continue.
So,
continue.
Ultimately, it's gonna look different for each and every individual. So you may come to this person that. Your significant other, you say, hey, listen, I no longer want to. I'm kind of feeling somebody else, and I want to try to see if we can explore something different, relational formation. That work is going to look a lot different for each couple, So if she agrees, for men, I'm going to really talk to the men today because, like I say, I run into more trouble with men. Most men want this lifestyle, and then when they see their significant other get into it, they can't handle it.
Yeah, so she has to have that option too. It is options for her in that predicament. Now, she may decide, well, damn, now, I kind of like women. Mm-hmm. I think I can do this, and now I have the room and the capacity to do this. Overall, so for me, poly means for me is many loves. It's the capacity you have to love other people, other than just the person you're with. Mm-hmm. I don't believe in having a cap on who a person, how many people a person should love.
Right.
I don't believe if a guy comes to me and says, I want 3 or 4 women, I'm okay with that. If he says I'm 7 or 8, I'm okay with that because again, if your heart has that capacity, go off, go crazy.
But that's that's also knowing who you are as well, because sometimes you might get polysaturated, which means you have too many.
What?
Yeah.
Right.
Polysaturated is a real thing.
Wait, hold on. Give me a second. Both of y'all, give me a second. Shereen, before I stepped off to the camera real quick, you was about to say something. Now, are you as baffled as I am?
Yes and no. So I was going to tell a story. So we have a friend. We talked about this yesterday at lunch. So she was in a relationship, and the guy said, hey, I want to do a threesome. She was like, okay, can I pick the guy? And he instantly shut down.
Right.
He was like, nah, that's not what I'm talking about. So her thought was, if I pick the guy, then you get to go pick the woman.
So this is a woman telling the man that she's
her boyfriend.
She wanted to have a threesome.
No,
the man brought it up to her first.
Approached her for a threesome.
But his
hey, babe, I want to have a threesome. She sat there, she thought about it. Okay. As long as I get to pick the man.
Right. But the thing is, this is why I do a lot of work. This is why I work with a lot of men who are thinking about going into this lifestyle. Because for us as men, we've been taught like a lot of times, like, hey, shit, I should be all you need. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, if I'm doing my thing as a man, I'm providing, protecting, I'm laying dick down. I'm all that you need.
So as women, we have that same thought too. We should be all you need.
Right,
we bring everything to the table.
I'm not saying you're incorrect, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I work with a lot of times. That's why I work with men that think about possibly going into an ethical non-monogamous relationship. Like, I want to make sure that you understand what that may mean. Because a lot of times we want what we want, but we don't want our partners to be able to do the same thing.
And to be clear, poly is not about just sex.
That's thank you so much. Let's bring that to
it's not about
thank you.
The disrespect when I tell someone.
That's what we should have started at right there.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing us back, Jersey.
When I say multiple loves, meaning you are going to love this person the same way you are in a monogamous relationship with. You're going to love them the same way. You're going to care for them the same way.
It's just going to be multiple.
You're going to provide for them the same way. You're going to support them the same way that you would do if it was just you and that one other person.
Is it that much love in the world?
If you have the capacity.
Yes. Come on, man. Think about how many times you don't heard people.
You feel like you stretching yourself thin. This is where we bring in the saturated part, like you doing too much.
Right.
I mean, but in overall, it's not about sex.
Right.
It's really not
It's
about
about
that. Sex is
have an
this much.
opportunity
It's
to-
only 24 hours in a day. Trust me, maybe an hour of it
Is there
spent
24
with
hours in a
some-
day? I feel like it's 16.
So do they have to like mingle together though?
No, so they don't have to. So
like,
it,
say
it
I'm
depends
cool
on.
with it, but I really
It depends on the formation,
I don't
right?
wanna really
It depends
So
on the dynamic.
It depends on the
Okay.
relation
Depends on the
formation.
dynamic.
So,
We're not
you know,
sitting
so-
around just
Yeah.
Hold up,
So-
hold up,
long.
hold up, hold up. Everybody, hold
We have
up.
lives.
Everybody, hold up, hold
My
up. Give me a
apologies.
second. Give me a second. Give me a
My
second. Hold up. Hold the fuck up.
Where
Wait
you
a
going-
minute.
where
Wait a
you
minute.
going?
We're not winning because I look. Listen. You guys are obviously well versed in this shit. Well versed now.
Polly.
But
no,
Malaika can't even come up with a question because she don't know
it's
where
not
to
even
start.
about- no,
I'm like,
I don't even want to ask you. All right. So yes, I do. What do you think about all of this shit?
I have
Everything you've heard
friends
so
who
far.
are in it, so I kind of get what they're saying. My main thing, like I said, I asked her, like, do you have to like cohesively be together?
No.
Because somebody asked me, it's like, could I be with a guy who's with like another chick? Yeah, I don't have to like chicks to be cool with it, but in the same token, if, like you said, brought the threesome, I don't know if I would want to bring another guy. I don't think I would be cool with another girl because, like, I don't know, if you pleased her different or something, I'm gonna be like,
You're gonna be looking at
well,
you.
shit, I don't
That's it.
sound like that when
Right.
you, like, I'm gonna feel some
But that's
type
the
of way.
That's the internal work right there, right? That's the internal work that you gotta do on yourself there.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, if it's another guy, I'm not gonna really care. But like another
it's
chick,
another
I'd be like,
girl,
damn, you don't
yeah.
do that.
So I'm bi poly, which means I'm bisexual. And like again, my whole thing is I love everybody. So I currently have a relationship with a female who is my partner, and we both are bi poly.
Okay.
Monogamous to the male only, meaning we don't desire no other male.
Okay.
So another females coming in is not a problem.
so
not a problem
wait,
for
if I
us.
recall correctly, and last time you were on the episode with us, and we asked you, oh hey, are you in a relationship? You said, yeah, I'm dating a couple.
Yes,
And we were like taken back. I was like,
that's that couple.
So
okay.
and that can look different as well. You know, but I want to kind of rewind on what Jersey. So before we continue this conversation, once again, we want to understand that polyamory does not mean just about sex. It's the freedom to develop and cultivate romantic relationships and love with someone. You know, because it may bring something different. Each person might bring something different to you. Like I was just listening to the Will Smith audiobook, and you know, in his book he talked about he wanted a harem, which means he wanted multiple women that he was able to just love. After he talked about it with his therapist, he's like, that's too much for me. But that's what he kind of thought in his mind he wanted, right? But it's just the capability, the capacity. Saying I have the capacity to love multiple people. Yeah. And each one of you guys may bring something different to my life. It doesn't mean that you have to interact, but some people, depends. Like I know individuals that prefer open table poly. That means at least y'all know each other. Y'all ain't got to be sexually engaged, but at least you know each other. You know of each other. We able to at least be within the same spirit together and be cohesive and not be a disruptive.
That's
type
called
of
poly V.
What
Is that poly V?
No.
They know of each other, but they're not.
So that's I guess
I
that's why I want to
didn't
do
know
with
the whole
poly. There was poly V.
Poly V.
Let me talk to my team real quick. Let me talk to my team real quick. There's no way we could have researched all of this shit. There's no
I
fucking
said
way.
that. Look, first off,
There's no way.
it's a lot.
We didn't even bring no extra things.
It's
in.
not
but
a
when I
lie.
say-
When you're in it, it's really not a lie.
It's really not.
It's really not.
Well, because when you're
small.
in it, you get a chance to figure out which
Dynamic works for you.
works for you, and then
Yeah.
you focus on that. I
Yeah.
get
Right.
that. I
So this
get
has
that.
nothing to do with swingers and all that.
Nothing. That's a whole different. That's a whole different.
That's
That's
a whole
different
That's a
segment.
whole different poly.
Yeah.
Sometimes a lot of people do fall in.
It can
from
overlap,
swinging.
but that's not what it is.
They come in from swinging and be
Right.
like, you know what? No, I actually felt that person. I kind of
Yeah.
want to
Because now
go
you got
further.
the love part. and
Yeah,
you wanna
'cause
So some
swinging-
people do
something.
fall into
Okay.
poly because of they started through swinging.
Because swinging is a lot more
But
detached.
there's more, yeah,
right, that's
yeah.
just
More- it's supposed to be detached.
Swinging is more so.
Because
If you actually
yeah,
consider
you're
yourself a
not going
swinger,
in for a
swingers is more so. This is
relationship
just
or
for the
anything
sexual
like that.
engagement.
It is more sexual.
For the sexual engagement.
Yeah.
But
then
poly's more so your heart.
yeah, you're able to. Yes.
You're in a
Oh,
Like
relationship.
say
You
you
know
know
what?
Shereen, we decide like we just really love each other and we just like each other, but we don't We don't have sex though, but it still can
No,
fit
she
under
could be
the
your
poly.
she could be your best friend in that relationship. Y'all may share the same guy, and all you're looking at is I get to be out with my best friend, I get to hang out with her, I
Okay,
Oh,
all
have
right,
makeup, all that stuff with each other. But y'all share the same guy. Y'all could be very much heterosexual in a poly relationship.
Wait,
You know what
That's
it puts
okay.
me in mind of? Like a work husband.
A work husband?
A work husband.
I don't know about a work husband.
I'm just, you don't
I don't like work
understand.
husbands.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah,
What you about to
first
say,
of
bro?
all-
What you about to say? What you about to
A
say?
work
don't like work
husband
husbands.
plays a very key role. Okay. Who else brings breakfast in the morning? Who buys lunch?
Yeah, alpha males,
saying.
alpha men in poly do not desire work husbands at all. They don't, even though they're not threatened by them, but they're just like, no, that's the nigga waiting in the cut, waiting for his.
He wait for
But
opportunity.
is that not another
He wait for
relationship?
opportunity.
But an authentic work husband
That sounds
can
like
be
an
very
insecurity
much on-
still.
But I was gonna say, isn't
As
that
alpha
not
as you can be,
another
that sounds like an
relationship
insecurity.
that you develop? Like it, like that's another dynamic. Isn't
He-
that
he
what
doesn't
letter is
even-
that? Is it
but-
You're
W?
using the word
play a
husband.
part. That's more of a monogamous thing than a poly
so
thing.
with a work husband, technically, once y'all about to get on that jersey, it is more of a monogamous thing. 'Cause a lot of times when you have a work husband or work wife, your actual husband or your actual wife or actual significant other probably don't really know this person is
know
doing all
them
that.
sometimes.
They may know of them, but they
Okay.
they like, what you about to say, man? You've been trying to say something for a minute. My apologies. Go ahead, talk on it.
No. Yo,
I'm
listen.
just trying to think of
You
different
are-
dynamics.
Yeah, it's different dynamic.
Yeah,
the work husband doesn't play a part in
I think with
poly.
polyamory, a lot of times with polyamory, that's the most difficult part.
There's
is people
ice over
understand-
there. Sorry.
Oh, you good?
There's ice over there if you want ice.
All
Too
right.
late.
A little late for that.
Yeah.
It's melting.
But
You had us drinking this shit
Too late.
straight.
We were taking it straight.
But that's the thing about it. A lot of times, when you think about with polyamory, the different dynamics can be very confusing. So that's when you're working with individuals who may just not be introduced to this. You know, it's for me. At first, I always tell my clients to really do some exploration of understanding the different ways that it can look. The thing is with monogamy is very black and white. You know, it's either we're together or we're not. Polyamory is very colorful. It can look so many different ways.
I like
so
colors.
we have to figure out what color is going to work best
You like all these colors
for
now?
myself and for the partners that I may be engaging with, right? So what color is going to work best for me? So once again, I was working with an individual. He prefers open table poly. His idea of open table poly is that, hey, although I may want multiple women, I at least want them to know each other. Now it could be open table, them knowing each other, but the V, or like that you had brought up earlier, Jersey. V is like they know each other, but they don't engage with each
They
other.
don't engage. Yeah.
But open table,
Oh, so he's like this.
yeah, he's the tip of the V. He's the tip of the V, right? But open table, it could still be like it might still be a V, or it can also everybody can engage in each other if they would desire to.
And what letter is that?
This whole V,
Like,
so
I'm trying to
it's not a letter. It's not a letter. It's not a letter. The V is
Is it
just
an O? Is it
so
an X? I
so
don't
no. So once again, hear what I'm
They are a
saying.
couple.
So yeah.
And in this relationship,
Yeah.
she will be
So-
having a relationship. He will have having a relationship.
Yeah.
Open your marriage or your relationship.
Yeah.
Dating other people. These people may not interact with each other at all. You know of them, but they don't interact at all.
At all. That's what V
But
is.
in the
We're
end,
open.
these two people are always going to be together. They're not looking for another husband. They're not looking for another wife. They just want this other companionship. There's no love lost in between the
Complicated.
original.
It could.
I think we're up to letter W by
All
now.
right, so this is the question I've been trying to ask.
What's you got, man? What question you got?
So I'm gonna round robin this whole situation, but except for you because we already know where you at.
Yeah.
Hearing all of this information, you know, it also has to do with how you were brought up as well in your mind frame. Or, it can come from the church, it can come from your family, whatever.
Right.
How do you see yourself? What do you see yourself dealing with? Are you more monogamous, or are you more into possibly exploring any one of those poly situations? Because there's a whole lot of them.
I'm telling you, I don't know what letter I would pick, but
Okay.
There's no letter. Stop saying that. You're going to confuse yourself.
You'll be poly-explorative.
You're going to confuse yourself. You're going to keep saying that.
Poly-explorative is a thing.
what does that mean?
You're trying to figure out what
where
works
you
for us.
fit in this whole dynamic.
Oh, shit.
Poly-explorative, yes.
We're gonna have to add a So I think we're gonna add a glossary of terms somewhere in here.
It's already out there. It's already out there.
Well, we're adding-
Just Google it. It's already a glossary of terms out there.
We'll put the link.
I tagged him in a
He
live
dropped
so
the
he
mic, he
can
dropped the head.
He just walked away. I feel like fuck this shit.
I tagged him in a live so he could see the different people who were in like the actual relationship. a man who is trying to build his dynamic as we're speaking. A girl who is poly-explorative, meaning she only dates poly-am people, but she's exploring to see where she fits in a relationship, meaning I think I could be with a man who has multiple women. If he meets my needs, the multiple women don't really, it doesn't bother me because he's meeting my needs. So that's she's poly-explorative.
So I can agree with that. And then to answer your question, Cause. So let's think about it. How many of our friends have been with a guy who's cheated on them multiple times? They fight, they argue, and are still together.
Absolutely.
You had all this stress for no reason. He was still bringing home the money, still providing. You were sexually pressured, father to your kids. But every time he goes out and cheats, you cause a big ruckus. The police get involved. You did all this shit for no reason.
I got to answer.
Because the next day you back with his ass.
Still with him.
All right, I got to answer.
I'm just saying.
I got
so
you.
if we would have all just gotten along together, hey Shirley, just so you know, I'm dropping the kids off on
Okay,
Friday.
Barbara and Shirley.
Okay.
Yes, Barbara.
Yep.
All right, Barbara out here. All
Me and
right.
Wayne, we got a date on Saturday. We could have just did this shit from the beginning and been cohesive.
I literally have an
Absolutely.
answer as to why that goes down. But before I answer that,
You.
Oh, would I be okay with it? That's where
I mean,
fit.
yeah, like, what would you fit into this whole situation? You want to keep it monogamous, or you be a poly?
I don't know. I think I'm okay. I've dated some guys where they do have other women that they were dealing with. As long as I knew about it, I was cool. I didn't really have to know who the chick was per se, but you could show me the chick. I'm like, all right, cool. But then I kind of like monogamy too. So it's kind of, if I find a guy that gives me everything, I might not want to share. But if I find one that's like, okay, you just got good dick, but I don't really see you on a regular, so it's cool. You can do you because it's this one I cuddle with more. So.
Is there a poly for that one?
You gotta look at it from an overall.
Right.
The overall. No one woke up and their parents sat them down and said, "Hey, when you become an adult, you're going to be monogamous. You're going to go to school, graduate, get a good job, marry somebody, have kids." No one wrote that out for anybody. I don't think that's how it goes.
No, that's
I think it
that's
was
a lie.
Caribbean.
That's exactly how they wrote.
That's what they did.
No. In general.
In general, okay. So
Remember,
that's what I'm saying.
You
I
grow
got
up.
married right out of
Hey,
college and
sweetie.
did the
Hey,
whole monogamy.
you're supposed to grow up, find a
the man of
girlfriend
your
or a
life.
boyfriend,
Yeah.
and then go
Get
ahead
married.
and get married,
Then have kids and die
So
together.
someone did say that.
That's been the
But it's
consensus for
society.
Christianity.
That's why I
in
said you
my
gotta make sure
head-
before you go ahead, Jerry.
in my
Finish your thought.
head, what I saw in my family, about 90% of the people in my family are married. The divorce rate in my family is very low. Usually someone dies out of our family. They rarely get a divorce. The few that have gotten a divorce, I can count them on one hand, and I don't get past 5.
Okay.
So I was just like, okay, I'm going to go to school, get a degree, get a good job, get married, have children.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did all of that, niggas was still cheating. So it was like, okay, something's not making
been happening.
sense.
That's been happening for
This
the
is not
days
making
of
sense.
old.
Though
But
none of
hold
those
up,
people
hold
that
up.
were married said to me,
Okay.
that's what you're supposed to
Oh,
do.
But think about it.
okay. Oh, I see what
Jersey.
you're
You
saying.
understand what I'm
Okay.
saying? So now, as I got older, I started to realize, okay, when I was 22, I met a man who was 6 years older than me. And he said, he pulled up on me on the street, and I was like, what's up? And he was like, can I take you out to eat or whatever? And I was like, all right, cool. I said, let's go to Fridays. We go to Fridays, and he's like, listen. I said, so you had a girlfriend? He's like, look, I do shit with other women. I go out with other women. I do stuff with other women. That's pretty much what it is.
Wait. Whoa. It's getting interesting. Hold your thought.
Okay.
We got to take a break. We got to take a break. We're going to come right back because this is interesting. We got to pay the sponsors. We got to pay the bills. You know what I mean? We'll be right back. Holla at y'all. This is crazy. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was 22 years old. I met a guy who was 29, turning 30. I was turning 23 that summer. And when he took me out, he told me, he said, I asked him, did he have a girlfriend? He said, look, I do stuff with other women. I go out with other women. You know, that's just what it is.
How did you feel when you first heard him say that?
I'm listening to him, and then I thought, that's cute, but when you get with this, you ain't gonna do none of that shit. Now, because I knew me.
But that's what y'all be messing up at, man.
Though, but
that's what y'all be messing up at as women. I'm sorry, women.
In layman's terms, you know, it was like, you know, I fuck other women. You either with it or you not. You know,
he was 100. I respect
right?
that.
Now, I'm 22, so when he said that, a light went off in my head. I said, "Oh my God, he's giving me a chance to choose."
That part.
He respects.
Allowing you to make what I call is make an informed decision.
So
that's what it's
at
about.
that point, I was okay with it, even though I said to myself, "Oh, that's cute, those other women, but you're gonna get some of this good, and you're gonna let up and be with me." Now that did happen. That did happen, but those women were still there. He was still seeing those other women.
Fucking confidence level.
And I knew. Well, I was 22.
Hey.
Okay. So at the time,
Men cheated on Halle Berry. So
yeah, at the time, I could check his voicemail and hear the girl say, "I'm like, wow, he's really telling them like, yo, I have a girlfriend, we can fuck, but I'm not leaving my girlfriend." So I would hear that message and be like, "Oh yeah, we're good." You know what I mean? So the fact that he let me choose, he allowed me to say, okay, you know what, that's not my thing. I'm just gonna go. That same night, I fucked him. I gave him some ass, and I gave him some ass the next day, and the next day, and I ended up dating that nigga for like 6 years. So in the midst of that, he brought up bringing in another female. So I'm so in my work zone, in my school zone, and I'm trying to get my master's degree. So I'm listening to him, and I'm like, okay, well, what does she do? And he's like, what do you mean? Does she have a job? Now, he's laughing because I guess he's like, oh shit, she's entertaining this conversation. So he's not telling me what the name of this situation is. He's not mentioning poly.
Yeah.
He's just like, mind you, he's a Muslim.
He probably know that's what it's called anyways.
No, he's a Muslim and he knows. So at the time, I'm just like, well, what does she do? And he was like, well, you know, I said, she has to have a job. I said, she should have 2 since I got 3. I'm in school day and night. Like, what you mean? And he was like, I said, she can't just be sitting around the house doing nothing. What the fuck did this girl do? And he was like,
so you're going through you're vetting her.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get, because he's bringing it to me. And I think he was kind of tickled by it, but I was kind of serious. Like, yo, I'm doing a lot in this relationship. I'm fucking tired. So before I could even get there to saying, hey, you're a lot of work, what does this other female do? She can't just be existing and not making money. I don't give a fuck if the bitch got a job at McDonald's, bro. She has to do something. And he was just so tickled by it, and I was just like, okay, I'm over it. Not knowing that was poly, he was trying to bring in a situation where I was looking at it as, great, somebody else get to do, you know, go to work, go to school, and still entertain
kind of
this part of the relationship.
But that's when you think about how polygyny and polyandry, all those type things, when they started to really be introduced, was really what it was. It was about survival. Like, how can we help one another, right?
It's a lot of work.
Even think about you. I think we was talking somewhere earlier. It's like, you know, in African villages, like if you have an individual that's able to contribute, and like my husband got the resources, but I need help. I got kids, and so let's bring in another wife.
Yes,
because he's able to take care. Not only he's able to take care of both in a very resourceful manner.
He has the means.
Where's he at? Where is he at? Because
this is America. We're talking about African villages.
Africa.
Hold on, we're talking about African villages.
The women. So the women would suggest to bring their friends. Would go to their female friends and say, hey, listen, my husband, he's a good man. He has the means. Why don't you come over here? And he would marry you and
be
help
a part
take
of
care
our
of
family.
So we go back to our roots, right?
Absolutely.
I'm just saying.
But we could do that. However, you're trying to put that on American terminology now. It's a lot different for how we have resources here.
Bigotry.
Huh?
Bigotry.
It's called bigotry. Bigotry is a little different. It's a little different.
No.
What I'm trying to get to is
the Eurocentric way is they didn't want us to have multiple wives. They saw in Africa how that man would have 10 or 15 wives.
And how women would
the
have
white man is looking at,
your
dick. I think it was Paul Mooney that said bigotry came from the white man. They saw, your dick is bigger than me. Bigotry.
I'm so through with you
having that shit, right?
That's probably a fact.
So I wasn't gonna take it there, Jersey. I wasn't gonna take it there.
Oh, but he went there.
I feel you. But what I was taking is to
you're
the
bigger
reason.
than me. Oh, that you got all these women, so they got over here. So we're not gonna have. We gonna have these black men over here with all these women. Looking at it that way, of course, in the sexual, complex of it.
Right.
But in Africa, that was when
It means survival.
men
as well.
went to war. Of course, they didn't all come back, so their wives were left with wives and children. In the meantime, the women were like, okay, well, look at all these women with no husbands now. Who's going to provide and take care of them because their husbands went to war? So they said, come on over here, sis. My husband got it.
Well, I need that situation.
That's what I was trying to get on. I was trying to get with Calypso what she. I was trying to answer that in 2022 year. We're in 2022.
We're here.
Let's hear what Pernell has.
So what I'm saying, 2022, ultimately, just to try to stay on that same line of communication, we're talking about men able to have multiple women if they have the resources, things of that nature. Now, resources in 2022 can look a lot different, right? So resources can look like not only financial, because that's a lot of time, that's what we just equated to here in America, finances. That's all we try to equate it to. But however, what if he have other resources, such as his ability to be able to love and care for you and protect for you in a different capacity than those that you may have around you, right? So he may not be I know this has been a big talk, the 6-figure earners, right? But he's a good man who has making, say, about $75,000-$80,000 a year, and is able to ensure that you are good in other ways. That's what I think here in America we don't take into consideration. Go ahead, dog. Break what you gonna say. I see your face kind of shift over there. As a therapist, I'm looking at your body language shift up. Shift.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Two things.
What's that?
Real talk, 2 things. All right. Because I didn't get a chance to get to you. I asked Shereen, I asked Malaika, and now I'm asking you.
What's that? Monogamous or polyamory is what you asked me, or what?
You see the hand gesture.
Yeah. I gotta tell you, man, it
don't know what letter to pick.
It'll depend on the decade and where I'm at in my stage.
Okay, are you in
man?
And you don't have to answer. Are you in a relationship now?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay, has that conversation came up?
Definitely.
For the poly?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But you're not in a
but
poly
I'm gonna tell you,
relationship.
the relations come. That question
all
always.
men are poly. Y'all
The
just
question.
don't
The question
be
always come up because of what I do.
Blood
I'm just
fire.
saying. You niggas don't even realize it.
No. But the thing is, the question always come up because of what I do, because of my understanding of it, right?
Because I know you're not talking.
I'm here with you.
I'm trying to talk to Pernell. I'm trying to talk to the juggernaut. I'm trying to talk to the juggernaut.
I'm with you, dog. I'm with you. So the question always comes because of what I do. So definitely because of what I do as a therapist, because of the population I work with. So
Really?
Yes.
I wasn't even thinking about that. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
So,
okay.
So I always answer the question when I'm dating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
all right.
all right. I'm dating. So
okay.
yes, what's relationship?
Oh, so, all right. So you're dating. Okay. You're dating. All right.
Yeah, definitely
Great.
dating.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But if you had to
Dating one
choose,
person?
if you had to choose. Yeah.
Dating
No,
doesn't mean one person.
Malika said.
Hey, hold on.
Hey,
check
she
this
asked
out.
you a question,
Check
my
this out.
brother.
So Malika, you've been quiet this whole damn time.
No, she was waiting for her turn. She was waiting for her turn.
And now she just want to throw a damn curveball now. I can say, and Malika, I am actively dating. I'm actively dating.
Which means if you want to.
I'm just asking in general because he was asking about the
up.
poly.
I just want to make sure. But I listen. I don't been married twice.
Okay.
And I just got divorced, so I'm just actively dating. That's really what I can just put it to you.
So if you want to date,
I'm confused.
Actively dating.
I'm confused. I'm
What do you
sorry.
mean? How you confused?
Now, not only are we talking about the multifacets of poly, now we're talking about there's dating and then actively dating.
Yeah.
So
Isn't that what we normally
Wait
do?
a minute. How do you unactively date? Because if you use the word actively, if you use the word actively dating,
Not
that
seeing
means
anyone at all.
that there's an opposite.
Not seeing anyone at all.
not seeing nobody.
Not seeing anyone
What
at
do you
all.
mean?
Like the opportunity
Not seeing no one at
arise,
all.
you might take it, but otherwise you just home.
Yeah,
That's
so not
not
seeing no one-
actively
that's not
dating.
actively
Yeah, you're active.
a headache.
I'm actively dating.
Now, that's normal shit now.
I got a headache.
Come on now. I don't know how you got a headache from that. Like, come on now. This is normal shit.
I don't remember the baby.
You know what it is?
Like,
You just put the word actively
We've
in
been in
front
a
of it.
Right, that's
relationship
what
so
I'm saying. That's
long,
what fucked me
you
up.
forgot how to
what it
date.
is. He dated.
Oh no, I know how to
You
date.
dated. I've heard your
I
story.
know how to date.
I'm
You know
dating.
what? Oh my God! Let me tell you what somebody told me the other day. So I'm walking, and the guy said, "Oh, I saw your show, but I don't know if I could suck a strawberry out of coochie."
Oh wow.
I wonder who did that.
So anyway,
I bet
that's
you
not
were
this,
actively
that's not part of this
Actively
segment.
fucking, maybe.
That's not
Let's
part
talk
of.
about the stories you've told
That's
us.
not part of this segment.
Okay, that's actively
All right.
dating.
Or eating.
Speaking of eating, I'm hungry as fuck. Anyway, but okay, all right. So I just wanted to clarify that because I went round robin. I didn't stop at Jersey because we already know what time it is with her.
You
But
knew that from the last episode.
right. You know what I mean?
I
But
was like, what?
so you're actively dating, but if
date
you
a
had to
couple?
choose a monogamy or any one of the polys, if you had the opportunity to do so, what would it be?
It depends on where I'm at in that time of life.
Okay.
Okay, remember, it's solo poly.
He answers like a politician.
Okay,
I like
I
it.
got a question
Solo
for you.
poly means
What's up, Malika?
you're single, but you prefer the poly lifestyle. And if someone will say, I'm solo poly, but I'm dating, meaning you're trying to
Jersey.
get your dynamic.
Ain't that
Jersey,
regular nigga shit?
Jersey.
That's
Hold on.
regular nigga
Wait,
shit.
Wait, hold on. Pause. Two things. You're gonna have to send me a list of the shit so I can post it on the screen. Secondly, you had a question for who?
What's up,
I
Malika?
had a question for him.
Okay.
So he said it's whatever time in his life. So
Yeah.
okay, say your time in life you have a monogamous relationship,
Yes.
but you decide
That I
6
want-
months in,
Yeah. I
it's
want
that
to
time in
change
your
it.
life you want a poly relationship, but
Right.
your chick like hell no, nigga, I signed up for
So
a monogamous relationship.
So just to answer that question, right? So let's let's put in some other context. Are we married or are we just dating?
Yeah, you asked him a question that has many different scenarios on top of scenarios.
I wouldn't say just dating. It's,
Okay,
that's
so we're
your
just
chick.
dating.
You might
All
not
right,
be
cool.
married, but that's
so,
your significant
so
other.
if we're just dating and we're 6 months in, and I know possibly this is not the relationship formation I want, and I bring it to her attention, and I'm having an honest conversation with her, and she say that's not for her, I have to let her go.
Yeah. That's something you have to be willing to deal with. And it's not even a sacrifice.
It's not a sacrifice.
It's not a sacrifice.
Right. It's just,
this is just
I'm honoring you.
I'm
honoring. But I'm honoring
You're
who you
honoring
are,
it.
right?
Yeah.
That's what this
gotta
lifestyle is
respect
not
that
for you.
decision.
What if
I have
the,
to honor that.
What
for
if
you.
the pum pum real good?
It doesn't fucking matter.
It's 7 point.
I'm asking him Jersey. I'm asking Purnell Jersey.
It's 7.4 billion people on this earth. How many times have you?
I asked this question for the people. Don't
understand. No. But I'm just saying.
I know the answer.
I understand. All I'm
I
saying.
know the answer. Let the people know.
Let me answer this.
There's how much?
7.4 billion.
All right.
On this earth. How many times have you come across good pum pum?
I heard it all say
One
the same
time
anyway.
in my life.
Oh, that's it in your life.
And I have a baby with her.
Good answer. Good
That boy right there. Hey, he's a politician right there. But no, honestly, even if the pum pum good, it's not worth the peace.
Exactly.
Peace is more important than anything.
Okay.
So the pum pum good.
And
but I
actually-
know what's that?
That's actually another discussion. I'd love to have you back on if you don't mind, because peace in the relationship is that's
I think
a whole nother
you need
discussion.
that conversation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Please come back.
That's the
Listen,
point.
when you know yourself and you did the work on yourself as far as addressing your traumas, your past traumas, your hang-ups, once you've cleared yourself of all of those things and you become what I call whole in yourself, all you have left is peace. You're practically a hot air balloon. You're just floating. All your sensories, now you feel all of that. You feel all that. When you meet somebody and you really are the actual vibe. They be like, oh, I move off of energy. Not if you got still shit with you. You ain't moving off of energy. You're moving off of someone else's energy. You are the energy. You are the vibe. So when your peace, someone who is made whole is already at peace.
Niggas ain't
So I
finding
can
that shit in
speak-
Orlando.
No, you can base
so
it
through
on,
with you
you
right
can
now.
base it on
Okay,
location.
so through with you right now.
I'm just saying,
But nah,
but just in general, so for me, I am at peace. I'm already made whole. My sensories are very sensitive.
So
I
can
can
we-
fall in love with anybody
okay.
and be okay with
Okay,
it. But I
okay.
still have to address you and say, hey, listen, this is my sexuality. This is what I like. I just told a man, I don't want you to be subjected to just me. You know, my love capacity is different.
Yeah.
I don't want you to be
So
subjected
and
to
hold on.
just
With that being said, hold on, Jersey. I appreciate you bringing that up. So
Yeah.
I have worked with couples that individuals like. It's important that my partners have other partners. right? Like you just said, I don't want you to be subjective.
Oh, this is somebody telling you that.
Yeah. So
okay.
No. This
you were
is
saying that.
Don't say as a therapist. I have worked with people that have that said something similar to what Jerry just said.
Okay.
She said, I don't want you to be subjective just me because my love capacity is very broad. So what I heard, it just put in my own words, is that it's important that my partners have other partners, because honestly, there is a lot for you, and I'm here for you in the capacity. I can be here for you, but I prefer it also that you also have other individuals.
Malika, how do you grasp that?
Shit, I don't know.
No.
I'm over here looking like, okay, so how is the sex going? Like, are everybody wrapping up? Hold on.
That's good. Great question. Great question. Honestly, Malika, I'm glad we actually got there. I'm glad you bring that up. I'm glad you bring that up, right? So Malika, actually, in non-monogamous relationships, in ethical non-monogamous relationship, there is actually a proven. I gotta get the study for you so you show it, but there's less STIs and STDs because there's more open communication.
We share all of that.
About just the STI, STD. You literally, just because you have multiple women, you can just knock off my pH, and I didn't catch shit. Just because you mess with multiple women, and they might be clean too. Yeah, because you just fucked everybody wrong. But I knew about it though.
But once again, in most ethical non-monogamous relationships, this is a communication that's happening.
Are they not using?
Yeah. It ain't that they're not.
That information.
It's just who you communicate, because you don't have no problem asking that question like, "Hey, you wrapping up?"
Yeah.
Who so because a lot of times in monogamous relationships, people don't ask that question because you just assume.
You just assume.
You just assume.
But girl, trust me, we're pulling out our phones and we're showing you our stats. Like, hey, here's your thing, here's my thing.
But I mean, if you're in a relationship, let's say you are dating a guy and they, after a couple years, are you wrapping up that entire time? Especially if the feelings are as deep as.
Listen, if you care about your health, if you care about yourself that much, why not go get tested with that person? Why not say, hey, listen. If he's able to come to your gynecological, appointments, invite him, take him, go. But if you care about yourself, just self-preservation.
And that is why the question is being brought up right now.
That's right. Yeah, but the thing is, once again, in most ethical non-monogamous relationship, yes.
Oh, because it's real.
Because once again, you don't feel no shame around. Hey, listen, let's go get tested. Let's go down here, because you understand that this is an ethical non-monogamous relationship. So I know you deal with other people. So let's go around here it's actually a fucking date. Let's go down here to the clinic, get tested together. You may want to do those type things. But in a lot of monogamous relationships, those conversations they ain't having.
They're not having. Until it's something so dramatic and like towards their relationship. Listen, and poly forces you to be. You have to have communication. You have to have transparency. It forces you. You're not allowed to sit in a monogamous relationship. Y'all can have beef with each other and not talk to each other for 3 days. In poly, there's more than one person there. I can't just walk up to the guy, kiss him, and then look at the girl and keep it moving like, man, fuck her right now.
Why not?
No, he's going to feel that energy.
Why not?
Yeah. Fuck you, hoe. I don't like you today.
I have a question for that.
That's fine.
I have a question for that.
In the midst of that, if I'm kissing him and ignoring her, he's going to feel that negative energy
what
of
if
like,
you
why?
don't like her?
If you don't, all right.
She would have never been brought in.
All right, hold on, Jersey. But that's too simplistic for me. Hold on, that's too simplistic right there, Jersey. So if you don't like her,
what if you fought her back in high school and you haven't got past that?
God damn, wait a minute.
I'm just saying.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. Let's put some context around your question, right? A lot of times we try to ask these questions so simplistic and like, oh well, if you don't like her, don't fuck with her. No, sometimes it don't work like that. Because say if you are with a partner and he or she does meet an individual that you may not vibe with too well, but they still feeling them, right? Once again, it depends on the dynamic of the formation or the relationship dynamic that you guys share. Like, just because you ain't fucking with her or vibing with her does not mean that, okay, well, I actually like her.
So that's when we need the V then?
Yeah, I got not the V, but it's different way.
In poly, just can't. You have to be transparent. You have to be. It forces you to do it. And a monogamous
Your
relationship
feelings
is something
are
so
your
bad.
responsibility.
Exactly.
that
Your feelings. hold on, Jersey. Hold on, Jersey. Let me talk to Malika then. This is me and Malika segment on this show here. Malika. So I hear what you just said. You just said fuck that hoe. Cool. And I can tell you, I'm gonna tell you just like I tell any of my clients, your feelings are your responsibility. It does not mean it's the responsibility of your partner. Just because you may not align or like the individual that your partner may like, your feelings are your responsibility. Now, communicate. Communicate that with your partner. Okay. Let your partner understand. Like, all right, bet. So now I understand that you ain't rocking with her. Cool. I won't put you guys. I'll do my best not to put you guys in situations to where you have to interact and be phony. But your feelings are your responsibility. Okay. Nobody else.
Now, and just in my recent, you guys are horrible. Just in my recent,
a savage ass dude, like, all right, I'll do it for you. I'll fuck it for you.
Yeah. In my recent situation, I had to create a boundary with the female partner of my dynamic because what was being communicated through her and what I was seeing from the male was two different stories. I was kind of side-eyed in the male, like, who are you in real life? And then I'm looking at her like, I felt like I had to save her from her situation. I'm like, why am I saving you? You're not in danger. You're not, your life is not bad. You're overthinking things. I was finding myself where I was like, okay, I don't want to be in the same space with people that are not speaking the same language. I don't want to be in the same house with someone who may be treating this person this way and treating me this way, and and I'm silent treating one person and that person don't even know what's going on. You know what I mean? So this again, it forces you to be. You have to be transparent. You have to communicate.
Learn how you have to improve your communication
where
skills.
Where I learned in
that type
monogamy, something could go down between us and I won't tell you it until something so huge comes up that now I have to share it with you. But in poly, you're going to share everything. You're forced to share everything. That's the beauty. That's what I love about poly.
Hopefully,
you have to share.
Hopefully you share.
Yeah, hopefully you share.
Hopefully, because you still could practice those unhealthy behaviors of not saying anything.
But again, when you're whole with yourself, you have no problem just letting it all out. Like, nah, this is what it is. Oh yeah, I used to fuck with him.
So how the kids feel?
So that's a whole other conversation as well. Okay, Malika. Once again, me and Malika segment. Let me get this Jersey. It's me and Malika. I like Malika. So Malika. So once again, Malika. Once again,
your son looking at you sideways like mama real hoe.
That's a hoe. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. So
how many uncles I got?
So hold on. I was just about to bring it up. Think about it. Back in the day, you probably heard your mama like, well, this your Uncle Reggie.
Auntie.
My mama been married 52 years to the same nigga. I ain't hear shit.
But that's great then. That's great. Everybody didn't have that life.
It wasn't
but ultimately, but I understand what she's saying.
Okay,
right.
but not in the Caribbean cultures. That's not.
I'm
That's
enjoying
not gonna happen. Yeah.
But ultimately, when it comes to having children, and if you're practicing any type of relationship, such as polyamory or ethical non-monogamy, that is something that you're gonna have to understand. You know your children better than anybody else. You need to know how you need to communicate to your children.
Facts.
Right?
Communication. It goes right back to communication.
So I know an individual who has a daughter, and he's practicing ethical non-monogamy, and he's okay with introducing his daughter to different partners. Now she may not understand at the age that she is who these different partners are, but as she develops, she asks more questions. He's prepared to have those conversations. Right now, I have met women who have dated. A lot of times, women, you guys have a lot more shame because of society. Right, and we have to understand that it's different variables that women got to take in consideration about diving into different relationship formations. For men can do this and say I went 20 women to the side, like that's that nigga.
You get props. You're put on the pedestal.
Yeah. But for women, a lot of times, and this is what I have run into with women clients who are afraid to share with their children that they are practicing different relationship dynamics because they don't know how their children are gonna look at them. They don't want their kids to get picked on. Right, and so now with that being said, when I look at it from a gender perspective, I tell a lot of women I work with, like, okay, if you're able to communicate and talk with your child, and they understand, it could possibly decrease the way they may feel if someone else bring it up. Like somebody say, "Hey man, I seen your mama with my uncle last week, but she was with my homeboy daddy the week before. What type of woman you got?" if your child is already being communicated with, especially around the ages of, think about 12 to 18 years old, although they seem like a very large gap, that's 6 years. A lot of times they can comprehend. You know, it's us being comfortable in communicating that with our children. It's what you're comfortable with as a parent. That's really what I'm trying to get down to. Let me just make it very concise. What you're comfortable with. I understand
What is
space
it?
development.
Your mama a hoe?
No. My partner's son asked him about, Dad, you have 2 girlfriends, and he said yes. And he was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but see, hold on.
Let me finish.
The father and a son.
Yeah.
So but
think about the individual that said has a daughter, a father and a daughter.
I was just about to go there.
Right?
The child
for that
was
individual,
12 that was asking this question at the time. He's now 13. A lot of the children, once they see the dynamic in it, and it's as it's flowing throughout their everyday, they see it as, oh, I have a bonus mom or a bonus dad. I have more people that love me.
Okay.
Whereas their counterparts, meaning their friends, don't have all of that. I got all these people that
I think that would be worse if they're doing it in a healthy format.
But really to think about it,
it's normally
as most men. What you about? You got a question? I want to make sure I answer your question real quick.
Types of shit. I just been chilling here listening to y'all.
Go ahead.
Crazy, man.
What you got?
For real, man. Look, I hear what you're saying.
And you're not even smoking.
I know.
Listen, you don't know what's in my vape pen. Look, now G shit though. I hear what you saying, Jersey. But again, it seems like this is a topic that can go on for
3, 4, 5 episodes.
Yeah, you want to know why? Because of the fact that you just mentioned something about, you mentioned the son, right? And then you mentioned the daughter. I have a daughter now.
Right.
I don't know how to, I don't even think her mother would understand how to comprehend and explain that. Because I can't fathom or see myself seeing my daughter.
Right.
My first thought in my head is not, I want her to love who she wants to love, right?
Right.
My first thought is not to see her with a guy and a bunch of women.
Right.
Because she's in a poly, what's that one? With this one guy and then
polygyny.
All right, I can't see it. It's my daughter, right? We're not seeing that, right? So that's one aspect, right? Right. You mentioned the son because it's easier for a boy to understand that from a dad. Right?
Is it easier?
Why is it
more
acceptable? Hold on. I was about to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
But why is it that the mother won't explain to that son what it's about? You mentioned a dad talking to his son, right? There's so many different dynamics at play
that's
here.
what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what the question.
All right, fine. He asked the question, but he asked the question to who?
His
father, right? The head,
right, because
in his mind,
seen
the
his
man,
father
the
going
head
about
of
it.
household,
Right.
So you have to understand that the information from his dad is going to come different, and it's going to be processed different if it comes from his mother.
Like I just said earlier on, when we talk about, if we had to really break it down to genders, right? So say if we was talking about a mother that's a single mother, the father's not actively involved. So obviously this father here was involved in his child life. So let's just say, quote unquote, we do very stereotypical here. And we say, hey, well, it's a single mother and she practices polyamory or whatever it may be. And she has a son 12, 13 years old. And this son see that his mother's with multiple men or have different people come by the house, right? She's gonna be the only individual that he can come to. Hopefully he does have the opportunity to have a conversation. But a lot of times we as parents, we have to probably bring that conversation up with our children and understand where our child is in their stage of development, on their mindset and their maturity level to understand and comprehend that. Right? This child was what Church just said, this son was just fortunate enough in a way to have his father and was able also had the maturity to ask his father, hey Dad, I see you want multiple.
All right, that's a one-off.
It's a one-off.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Right. It's a one-off. Go ahead.
I have a son.
Yeah.
And it's not really poly, but how his fuck-ass dad describes it is.
Come on, fuck-ass dad.
Hey, let us speak her truth.
Non-ethical.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm
we got 40.
I never signed up to be.
We got no sex.
It's 6
All right.
and counting.
Six
So
and
to
We're
my
gonna
son,
pause real
Wait,
quick.
no. We're gonna come right back. Because I gotta hear this. Go ahead, Malika. Why you had to do the fuck ass dad?
Because
All right,
you
go.
said, it's like a.
First, say it again.
It's
Though. Say
communication.
it one more time.
Oh,
You
I
gotta
said
what?
fuck ass dad. Okay, so.
No, don't say it. Say it. See, hell no. You didn't say it like that the first time.
No, I'm not. Okay, so I'm one. My son, his biological father has 6 and counting. So
Got it.
it's 6 women.
Got it.
So in
crazy.
his eyes, it's like, oh, well, I was with one and the other, and it's like all of y'all have all of y'all's kids, and y'all all want. No, nigga, we didn't sign up for that because my son is the second oldest. I didn't sign up for the last 4 you just had.
Right.
But my son's looking at it, oh, we're one big happy family. And I'm looking like, no, you make me look bad.
Right.
Because my family's looking at me like.
Well, so let me show. Hold on, Malika.
They're looking at it the way adults are looking at it.
Jersey, can I ask a question real quick?
The kids are so mad at this point. Malika. They're like, it's another one.
Malika, can I ask a question? So you said something that kind of stood out to me. You say he is making you look bad. Who's making you look bad?
No, so depending on your family or how you're brought up.
Right.
Once you start being one of 6 or one of multiple, your family's looking at your judgment of who you were at a time that you never signed up to be in this multiple thing.
So pretty much your child father is making you look bad because of his decision that he's making about his choices.
You said, this multiple, we're all this one big happy family. You're the mother to this one too because you know he wants them all together. So sometimes I have some of the other one's kids or vice versa. And it's like, yeah, that's great for the kid,
right? But not for you. That's not what you signed up for.
I didn't sign up for this.
So
but the kids are great.
Hold on, the kids.
Yes and no. The kids don't get to see each other as much as they would like because there's multiple women.
So hold on.
But the kids, they like the fact that it's a lot of them.
No, they like the fact they all have the same parents.
So
because you can't like play date whenever you want because this mama and that mama don't get along. Or this and this don't happen because they didn't sign up for it.
Okay, so what I'm trying to get to the part is that the kids still do know that there is a bunch of children and that they do like each other and they like that it's a lot of them.
Right.
Now, regardless of what you're seeing and mentioning, you're talking about scheduling and people not disliking. That's all the adult stuff.
Sign up for it.
Yeah, that's all the adult part of it. But kids are looking at is I have other siblings. These are all the people I'm related to. Kids. Trust me, kids are just thinking about being kids. I got sisters. I got brothers.
My son's at the point, it's another one. He's over it now.
I mean, because he's the second oldest.
And I just want to put this in perspective.
He's 11? Yeah, so he's late. He's preteen.
So really quick, and I want to ask this, Jersey, do you have children? So then you can't understand.
Right, you will
No. See, don't discredit me because I don't have children.
There is that does.
Don't discredit me because I don't have children.
That's raw as hell.
All right, hold on.
I get that.
Wait a minute.
Hold on. Check this out real quick. Hold
what you about to say, man? Go on.
No. Hold on, Jersey. Hold on. Watch this. And it's not discrediting you. I was that guy 3 months ago. I was that guy 3 months ago.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Not understanding that when you have a kid, it's a completely. And I was like,
you said you was that guy 3 months ago. What you mean? You just
I have a whole new daughter.
Oh man, congrats!
Thank you, my brother.
Congrats. So on the opposite side of that, then, all right, bet you was that guy 3 months ago. Bet. So I got a 10-year-old and I got a 2-year-old. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, from what I'm hearing you say, Malika, once again, this individual is making you look bad.
Well, I'm just saying, like, all of the women at this point are like, if number 6 can't look bad because you chose to be number 6.
Right.
But if you're in the top 3, the first 3.
But how is that still making you look bad? Once again, it's about the children, right?
By society standards.
Yeah, by society. But you're going to like around their family, and it's like, oh, well, which one are you again? Or this is like, you get what I'm trying to say?
Now,
it's like,
now you taking all them in. So that's the reason I think I'm very sensitive to this because I was an out of wedlock child. Like my father had me outside of his marriage, right? So I think I'm very sensitive to this topic because I can only imagine how I would have felt because I wanted to be around my older brothers. I ain't no better. You know what I mean? They all 3, 7, 13 years older than me, but I still want to be around my older brothers. It had nothing to do with what my mother and my biological father decided to do, right? So what I hear, even my mom used to say that shit all the time, and my dad used to try to pull up and pick me up. Oh fuck, nigga, you can't get this nigga.
Oh goddamn.
Because she's so upset with him.
Remember, she's from New York.
She's born in
Florida, raised in New York.
So when I'm
born in Florida. Let's keep it that way.
Yeah, real talk. But when I'm with my dad, just trying to pull up, and I want to see my siblings. She's blocking that from me. Because she was upset with that. Because she was genuinely upset with him. I mean, I can't say.
But Malaika's not saying that she's keeping the children. What she's saying is how society views her as one of the 6.
Where's this group called society? Where's the headquarters?
Hold on.
Where's the headquarters?
No, real talk. As a therapist, though, I would ask that question because now you give a lot of power to individuals who aren't with you.
All right, but hold
What's
on.
happening?
Go ahead. Let's be 100.
I like to try to give opportunity to ask question, dog.
Because
Go
at the
ahead.
end of the
Let's be
day,
100.
even if society is your family, when you walk into Thanksgiving dinner,
That's
and you
them.
are,
I was about
instead of
to go
getting
deep into
a
that, man. Let's
chance
be
to
100.
sit and enjoy your family, you're instantly met with judgment.
How many of us is here at this table right now? 5 of us, right?
5 of us, yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Let's be 100 here. We all are adults and we all understand the concept of when we say society, because I've heard every single one, except for you, because I just mentioned you today. Every one of us has brought up the whole, well, society does it. Look, listen, it's there, right? The society, who is society? You can't label who society.
But you know why I find why I find why I find that so interesting when we try to utilize society and family, because we pick and choose when we allow that to come into our lives. That's what I see. A lot of times we pick and choose.
Okay, all right, mind you, you're going based off of the many of people that you've counseled.
Yeah, we
right?
pick and choose.
I'm sitting here just saying this. There is a thing called society.
There is a thing. Yeah,
it's
right.
been
That's
here.
outside.
It's
Yeah.
been here.
Yes.
It's been here.
Yes.
It's been here since
Yes.
the days of old. And I don't want to go there either.
I will agree with you.
Right.
However,
It's
how we
there.
allow to a society to the society that's around us.
Right. Now, where I was
impact us, we pick and choose. We allow them to impact us greatly or not.
Where I was about to go was.
What's that?
I get where you guys are saying that this society thing, we got to let it go. But it's been embedded in us for so long. And some people are different and you know, they can get out of the whole society aspect faster than others. Because real talk, we got to let go of that shit. Like, fuck society. You are your own.
But the thing
you're
is,
born alone, you die alone. You can't take none of this shit with you.
That's all I'm saying is that, once again, we pick and choose what part of our segment of our lives that we let society make a major impact on us.
That part.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so even if you pay attention sometimes you hear a person say like, fuck society. Now they don't say like that, man, fuck everybody, I'm gonna do what I gonna do.
Right, okay.
Right? So
Okay.
say on some career shit. Like, say if your family ain't agree with the career that you go in, like it, I'm gonna go do what I do. But then we allow for this society to impact us and make us feel less of ourselves in a certain area of life that we may not feel proud of ourselves. Is it the society or is it how we feel about ourselves?
That's not to discredit. That's not to discredit the people that have that. All right, let me put it this way: some people are quicker on the draw, if you would, than other people are. That you can't discredit those people that feel this way about society. Because you don't feel that way about society.
I'm not saying.
I'm
not you. Not you.
No.
I'm
I
gonna say this, Cause. So,
What's
Cause
that?
and I come from a culture where family is everything.
Yeah.
So it may not necessarily be society, but it is the familial morals and values that you know you're turning your
And
back
that's
on.
an
And even if
actual
you're
thing.
okay with it, you know, every time you walk into a situation that you have to meet with a family member, you go to a funeral, wedding, whatever
Right.
the case is,
It goes to weight on you.
it kind of hits you in the face. Like,
Goes to
damn, I
weight
really
on
just want to come enjoy my time with my family. Yeah, I'm not married yet. I know that. Okay, what's next? What's for dinner?
Am I
But
mistaken?
You're instantly and always
On
question.
edge or questioned
Like it's
or-
like an interview when you walk in.
Right.
So even if you're okay with it, you know that for the 2 hours I'm going to be here, this is the situation I have to deal with.
2 hours out of 24.
And I understand that.
It matters
But
not.
once again,
It doesn't matter. It
don't matter.
you have to
It
face
don't matter.
So you walk away
Two hours
feeling the
out of
type of way, and you
It
get
don't matter.
past it.
But when
it's
do
still
you come
real.
secure within yourself to understand
Exactly.
like
But
what's
see,
done? What's done is done.
That's
But
on
it
an
doesn't
that's on an
matter.
individual
Yeah, you're not
basis.
talking
That's what I'm
about.
saying.
You're
Yeah,
not talking about
it's subjective. It's
strangers.
subjective.
You're
Right.
talking about
The
people
that you care
love
about.
holy.
Right. The people that you care
So
about.
when do you decide to become whole with yourself and stop worrying about what everybody else
that's on
thinks?
an individual
What's
basis.
that?
We're not talking about what me and Shereen might actually feel if we come up in a room. We're talking about just because we're here today don't mean we had to hear this. It shouldn't be about how we feel about ourselves or how we uphold ourselves. That's irrelevant. That has nothing
Let's
to
look
do
at
with
the
it.
Hold on,
let's look at the Asian culture.
Hold on, Jerry.
I'm gonna say,
Hold on, I gotta hear this thought. Go ahead, finish your thought. Finish your thought.
Because you know it's all about
Finish your thought.
ancestors, and it's
Finish your
just
thought.
you disrespect the family because you didn't get a degree.
Okay.
There is
Right.
a cultural
And
difference.
How do you think they feel?
Right.
The same thing culturally.
Yeah, culturally.
This is a cultural difference.
Right.
There is a difference between
Right.
Caribbean and African Americans.
Right.
They're
There
two
definitely-
different things.
It
So
still falls under humanity.
Yes.
there is a difference, and then also people with children and with not children. I'm still focusing on I'm whole within myself. I can't. These outside things, even family members, cannot dictate my life.
Right, that's you.
It's not meant to
That's you, though.
dictate, but
And I
that
get
does
that.
not
I
change
get that. Again,
the
that's why I say
situation when you have to
don't
interact with
disregard because I don't have children. I understand.
Oh, nobody
When I
was
say
disregarding you.
It's not
children are looking
disregarding,
when
it's just
people
that
see I
unless
have
you
extra people
experience
to love
something,
in my
you really
life.
can't speak on it.
The question was, how does the children feel? You be surprised how children look at it as they're just kids. They're not being politically correct. They're just
I
being
get you.
kids.
Don't disregard
They
that
have
fact
other
that it could be a possibility.
They have other children. They have other children to play with.
That's fine.
They have other children love. They also see the adults.
mind
Say,
you.
this person loves
Mind
me
you.
too.
And mind you.
This person loves me too.
Right.
This person
And mind
loves
you,
me too.
listen, Malika was only giving her own testimony.
No, she asked
based
a
on
question.
And
All
her
right, hold
statement
on.
was she didn't
Hold
sign
on.
up to be one
right,
of 6.
Right, that's
Yeah.
what she
Yeah,
said.
but
So
she had
that
no.
was-
But when you
said
did sign
early
up,
on,
yeah, when
she was an early on
yeah,
parent.
But when you
You didn't
did
know
sign,
he
you
was
ain't
gonna
know
do what he did.
all
He
his
did
ways.
what he
Exactly.
did.
You didn't know he was
Yeah,
going
but
So
when
you
you
got no-
walk in
you
a
got-
room,
oh,
right,
no, control-
the judgment of what he did.
But you
So once
control.
again,
You
you can't-
control.
you can't.
No, she can
So
because you
once
control.
again, this goes
Yes.
back to where I understood
What's
where
that?
she was coming from.
No, I mean I can't even. But Ozzy, you control what you control. Can you control his actions after you?
No.
So that's when you come down with your family. Like, hey, listen,
Y'all
when me and
can't
him laid
do
down
that.
together,
What he
I made a
doing?
conscious decision about the man I was with during that time period in his life. What he has done after me, he is a grown man. He's a human
nothing
being.
to do
He's a
with
human
you.
being.
Have you ever tried to
He's a
explain
human-
that to Auntie Bertha?
Hell yeah.
She don't
give a fuck what you say.
Yeah, Auntie Bertha don't understand.
that bitch.
But
She don't
listen,
pay your
I'm gonna
bills.
tell you like this. It's so crazy that we teach people how to treat us.
Look, let me tell you
Like
something.
within my family,
happened?
I'm about to wrap. Oh shoot, within my family.
Don't even worry about it. But now keep going.
But within my family,
These are extra bloopers.
it's so interesting to me that people know how to approach me, and they might approach my brothers and sisters them differently because they know how I'm gonna deal with the situation. Because we teach people how to treat us. Like my family already know. Don't ask me no questions. I would
No, it's not
correct
my
you.
family. It's his family.
Well, I don't give a damn about him.
That's all I'm saying.
My family ain't gonna have my life.
Now,
pay
see,
my bills.
look, all right,
They don't
look,
pay my bills.
listen.
Fuck
Let me
them.
let me take the reins one more because we kind of strayed off. This is actually a segment, but whatever.
Yeah,
Who
we
cares?
kinda
At this
did.
point, this is why I love our show because we will take it where we got to take it to. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Now that I understand the dynamics of what you were saying, fuck that shit. Fuck his family.
Yeah, his family doesn't count.
Okay.
But if it was my family, then
Hey, look, listen.
If it's your family,
You think about too much other
you gotta
shit.
know how to
You think
communicate.
about
Once
too much
again,
other-
that's why I said what we said earlier. I was
Too much other shit.
about to say something earlier. You know what was interesting? Jersey said, you know, within polyamory or ethical non-monogamy, communication. You gotta learn how to communicate. So even if it's something that your family may bring up, I can communicate with my family. Hey, listen, I hear what you're saying, but don't bring it up to me again. Ultimately, when I laid down with that man, I see where he was in that time period. Like what he has done after me, he is an adult human being. I ain't he's an adult man. He's an adult human being. He made a decision after me. So don't bring that to me. Just know what I do. I'm doing the best I can as the mother of my son to this day.
You gotta like literally look at that shit and be like, yo, fuck his family. You know what I'm saying? Again, I know who you're talking about, and I don't mean and this is no disrespect, but I'm talking about based off of what you said. Fuck his family. You have to get that in your mind because I thought you were talking about your family.
I know, that's what I thought.
no, my parents might say something, but they don't say nothing now because then they
Family, Malika. I can't believe you. Oh my, and you got.
You were trying to say it the whole time, Jared. I feel you.
Talking about fuck them. They don't pay your
My
bills.
family
Fuck
don't
them.
I understand
fuck
where
your
you're
real
coming from,
family
but
too.
it's his
They don't pay
family.
your
That's on
shit.
him.
To correct that, because I mean I can tell you this. My
don't let
daughter's
that beat you up,
my daughter's
man.
firstborn, right? My mother went to my daughter's mother on some disrespectful shit. I had to correct that. It was on me, not on my daughter's mother, because at the end of the day, she's trying to be respectful. So it's on him as an adult human being. I ain't gonna say adult male, but once again, because we try to all the time try to make shit as adult human being and with respect. Like at the end of the day, my mom with my daughter's mother, don't you ever in your life do that again. If you got an issue with her, you come to me, and I'll address that. So that shouldn't even be on you to feel that type of pressure.
Yeah, you
If he-
shouldn't
if
be
he
feeling
pressure
all-
or
She just
judgment.
started with that he was a fuck ass.
Yeah, she did. That's what I'm saying.
You did.
Now I see where the angle come from.
Yeah.
I see where the angle come from now. Like, hey, he's a fuck ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see
It's just
now.
one of those.
So-
Like, it's
I feel
just
you.
annoying
Look,
to
all right,
get
look,
put
listen.
in something you didn't sign up for.
Wow. So this is what. Look, listen. I can say what I've gathered out of this whole situation was this: poly is peace. Monogamy is madness.
No. Don't do
Call it
that.
whatever you
Don't
want.
do no. I ain't gonna let you can't call it what you want. No, man.
Can we put that on a t-shirt?
No. I'm glad we ended the way that we ended. I'm glad we ended the way that we ended with Malaika. Because ultimately, when it comes down to it, it comes down to us as individuals understanding and choosing our peace. If monogamy bring you peace, that's fine. If polyamory or whatever other relationship style bring you peace, that's fine. Your peace is up to you, no one else.
Big facts.
Fuck society on that.
My man.
Big facts.
My man. Wait, hold on. I can't remember which one is the clap button. I'm gonna try.
That's not it.
Whatever.
That's what it come down to, man. That's it.
Yeah, real talk.
But I appreciate y'all having me
What a
on, man.
conversation.
Thank y'all for helping have me on.
Right.
Oh, absolutely. Are we done? That's it?
Yeah, we gonna wrap it up, man, because
Yeah, those were extra footage.
yeah, this was the extra part of the whole situation. But I appreciate y'all.
You know, and I have so many more questions.
Listen, you know how. I mean, we can have a part 2 about this because it's so. There's a list of polys.
Yeah,
is there only one? Is there only one monogamy? Is there only one?
Monogamy.
That's it.
Really,
That's
really,
it. That's mono.
Yeah, it's mono.
I can do monogamy,
right?
but I don't speak that language.
I speak that language.
Okay.
You know, I'm
is there
I'm
only
around here
one?
on
Because it's multiple polys.
Poly,
they're-
just poly alone.
Once again,
POLY.
monogamy is very easy.
Right, and
for
mono means one.
It's very easy for monogamy.
And mono means one.
It's ethical and non-ethical
Yeah,
monogamy.
ethical.
So there's
Okay, so
Yes.
there's cheating and then non-cheating.
Yes,
Right.
because
get
with
it.
monogamy is really saying, hey, I am agreeing this the relationship I want is just myself and one partner.
Yes.
Now it could be like that. I don't care if you're heterosexual, homosexual, it's just myself and this one partner.
That's it.
We are monogamous. Now either you're ethical with that or you're unethical. That's it.
Okay.
Just that simple.
Trust me, it would go a lot easier if you were ethical.
So, you know what?
Right. In a situation like that, of course.
I have one more question.
Even if you're ethical monogamous,
Less heartbreak.
What's you about to say?
No, I have one more question.
What's that?
Sure.
Because I have so many, so many.
You have to choose
But-
the one.
But I'm gonna pick this one because it was a conversation I was having recently with some friends, and so with poly, you know, women don't like to. I think the term is share dick. We don't like to share our dick. That's my dick. Because I think it comes from
Y'all
what
spoiled and possessive.
No, trust me,
men do it too.
they
Whose
fail
pussy-
to
like,
realize.
when men use the term, whose pussy is it?
Alpha men would not
It's my
prefer to
pussy,
be
the
the
same
only dick. But
concept.
go ahead.
You know?
Continue.
They fail to
Continue.
realize
I'm
that
sorry,
they
I'm
just
sorry.
all
You know
shit
what?
and cocky.
That part. And they've been giving it to the streets all this whole time, right?
I apologize for interrupting. Please finish
Go
your
ahead,
thoughts.
please.
So this was the conversation. So I think part of it comes from you're in a relationship with a man. He's told you he's poly. What prevents him from then leaving you because he found someone else he'd rather have a
That's
deeper
not his
poly.
objective. That's not his
That's
objective.
not
And poly,
poly.
that's not his objective.
It's a mind state.
He's
Yeah.
letting
It's a
you
mind
know,
state.
like, listen, I love you, and I have the capacity to love not just you, but someone else, or maybe 2 or 3 other people.
That's
He's not
polyfuckery.
looking at
If
you.
you
I think I could be in a poly relationship.
That's total
That's polyfuckery.
But he's not
like,
looking to leave you.
go
That's
ahead.
not his objective. Listen, once he opened that door of seeing, I'm going to share my mindset with you.
You are so
he's not
passionate
thinking
about
about
this.
leaving you.
Like you.
That's why I brought her on. That's why I brought her
You
on.
are so passionate about
No,
it.
She kept saying,
breathe this
maybe
shit.
you should
I
bring
have
my
partners
man
I have
on. Maybe you
feelings
should. No, I
for.
said, no, bring your ass on the show. Shut the fuck up.
Because he's
probably-
more, he dives
Oh, you're
into
doing
it 'cause
just
he's
fine.
found
Trust me,
himself.
you're doing just
Trust
fine.
me, when
Very
you-
outspoken.
when you
Yeah.
get him, you'll
You
be
had the
like,
whole-
oh,
you
shit.
had the whole conversation.
Let's bring him on next time. I'm just here as a
Listen.
therapist. Once again, I just provide polyamory,
Yeah,
non-ethical,
But you have to understand, he's
ethical
not
non-monogamy
he's
therapy
not
for
opening
those who
that
may want to
gate
explore this relationship.
purposefully to leave you. He's not doing that. He's saying, I love you so much that this is the part of my life I need to share with you.
But do you guys still get jealous?
Yes.
Jealousy is
It's
a
a
feeling.
human.
It
It's a human
happens.
feeling.
No, it's a
Yes.
human-
Hold on. Hey, can I ask this? Can I ask this as a therapist? I'm sorry. Okay, cool. All right.
And I brought you on because you are the medical professional.
Yeah. So as a therapist,
So,
so a lot of times when individuals get into the lifestyle, they think that their feelings and emotions are going to go away. Like I should be okay with everything.
Yeah.
No, you're
Hell
going to
no.
feel certain things. You may feel jealousy. You're gonna feel anger. You're gonna feel disrespect.
But how do
You're
you
gonna-
manage that?
Once again, your feelings
for your
are.
own feelings.
Everybody say it with me. Everybody say it with me. Your feelings are your responsibility, right? Not saying they should be negated. So let's not. Let make sure I'm very clear. Not that they should be negated.
You can
Not negated.
meditate.
Right. So these things here, but they are your responsibility.
Just so you know, let me tell you about my Tuesday.
Yeah, bring it up to your
responsibility.
partner. Still talk with your partner about it, but you can't put it on your partner to fix this. Well, I'm feeling jealous. Do something about it. That's not how it should work.
You should. And
Tell me
trust me, my partner did
Tell me what that would
jealousy.
sound like. Hey, what does that sound
Sound like this. So it
my
can sound like.
jealousy-
Go ahead.
Role
Go
play
ahead.
real quick.
Oh, go ahead. Use your.
Yeah, we're making a role play. You got the role playing.
I'm in it. I'm in it.
New
Go ahead.
Jersey, you
Go
and
ahead.
Purnell role play.
So, okay.
I want you to say it to him as you
I
were
was
your partner.
dating a
Hilarious.
celebrity comedian.
Yeah.
And I wanted to go to a
Jersey.
brunch. I wanted to go
I
to
want
a
you
brunch
to
with
role
the
play it
celebrity
to. I want
comedian.
like
No, role play it.
like,
No, y'all
I
role
want
play it.
I want it to be
I'm
as
the guy.
realistic as possible.
Hey,
Okay.
was he jealous? Was the guy jealous?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Y'all not
All
role
right,
playing.
all right.
No,
All right,
he's
let me
the
get-
guy.
Let me get
He's
into
the guy.
Let me get
He's
into
the guy.
character.
He's the guy.
I don't know.
Let me give you the content.
Give me the context.
So you and I talked about this celebrity that
Yeah.
I had a relationship or was just on and off dealing with.
Yeah.
And I said, well, just so you know, I just saw this person 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But we're not dating. We're just
Right.
in town, I'm in town.
Don't forget
we
to
hook
kiss.
up.
Hook up. Yeah,
Don't forget to kiss the
And
mic.
you say to me,
gotta get-
"Cool,
you gotta get into
you
the-
a good woman. That don't matter to me."
Yeah.
I come to your city and I tell the female.
Jersey.
Jersey, if you don't put the
sorry,
lips
I
in
tell
that
them-
If you don't
goddamn mic.
pretend like you know, I
I'm
know
sorry,
you be sucking
guys.
dick,
Yes.
so you better
I'm
pretend like
yeah.
you
You
know
need to
over
stop
there.
saying that
Don't
shit
act
because
shy.
I'm not gonna fucking talk to the mic no more. I'm done talking to the mic.
I
saying
did
it.
say to the female, I want to take her to this brunch
Yeah.
because it's a good show. We're going to get to know each other because I want to get to know the girl. I want to
Okay,
get to know the female
I'm trying
that's
to
in
get
his
into character. Okay,
in his
come on.
life. This
Okay.
is a partner of his. Even though
Okay.
you're building this relationship, this
Okay.
dynamic you're trying to build.
You got
All
2
right.
minutes.
Okay.
I then say, hey, I want to take her to this brunch.
Okay. So what
He's
am
now
I feeling?
expressing
Okay.
jealousy.
Okay,
right.
we'll do the scenario.
What it
Yeah,
sounds
we'll do
like.
the scenario.
We're gonna freestyle this to the
Yes.
best of my ability.
Educate our
But
viewers,
but here we go, man.
All right, babe. You want to talk to me about this brunch? I'm
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
take this,
Man, all right,
this
here
other
it is.
partner
All right.
of yours.
Here we
I'm
go.
going to.
Hey, listen,
and I'm like,
hey,
well, okay, what's the problem? I don't
Jersey,
understand.
listen, man. We need to talk real quick.
Okay.
Check this out. I know you trying to take Shanika to this damn brunch with you, but I ain't feeling that motherfucker. I don't even like the motherfucker the dude that you about to go. Who gonna be at this brunch? Who gonna be at this brunch?
Well, he's going to be at this brunch.
Oh, he gonna be there.
Yeah, babe, but it's not that serious. We're
So
just going,
why
we're going to eat.
you
we're gonna
already
talk,
talked to
we're
him?
gonna have
Why
fun.
you want to take her there too?
I think it's just a great opportunity for us, to bond, to get to know each other, and I figure food and drinks and comedy show would be great.
Fuck, y'all can bond at the house. Fuck you mean? We can do all that at the house. I got drinks. I got food and all that. All I'm saying, all I'm just saying, I don't really like him. I don't want her. I don't want y'all. I don't want you there with him. Like I tolerate it.
He actually does like the guy.
Okay, so hey. I mean, he cool and everything. I understand y'all got y'all thing. Y'all doing what you do with him. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Babe,
However, I
we're
don't want
just-
you taking him. I don't want you taking Shanika
Listen,
there.
ladies and
Babe,
gentlemen,
we're-
y'all keep role playing.
Honestly, we're just there
Cocktails
to
and
watch
Intellect podcast,
a good comedy
man.
show
Love
and
y'all
have
to
some
death.
good food
About to
and
get
some
up
good
outta here.
drinks.
I promise you.
And we're gonna
Be
leave right
back
after. It's not
part
that
2 of
serious.
this
You
shit.
understand?
hell
You
no.
already said to me that this was not going to be a big deal.
No, I ain't gonna
and
fly-
you said I was a good
We
woman
got
and
all
you were
the
not
fucking
worried
shit.
about it.
I ain't gonna floss
What
with
is
you.
this?
I ain't gonna floss with you. I ain't been liking this shit for the
Got
longest
Jersey
right now.
over here.
Anyways, honestly, it's been something
the
that's been
juggernaut
bothering me in
pronoun.
my soul about this relationship, and now you trying to take her there. And I ain't with it, man. I ain't with it at all, man. Matter of fact, fuck that. I can make you laugh at the house. Y'all ain't going that shit.
I know this
Okay, so okay, he's jealous, and I'm gonna just let you live for now. That's basically what I did. I said I'm gonna let him live.
He said I can make you laugh at the house.
Listen, there's definitely gonna be a part 2 out of this
in the car and was like,
We
"We gonna
have
talk
to
about
come
this when we
back
get
and address this
home."
topic.
And then when I got home,
Oh, yeah,
when
we
he
are.
got home,
Yeah, definitely.
he sat in front of me and was like, he kind of was like, how you were, and was like, I was like, "Are you jealous?" And he was like, "No, you know what?" And then he was like, "Jealousy is a feeling; it doesn't go away." And I'm just looking at him like, "I'm gonna let you live." This is some bullshit.
Feelings can.
His feelings.
They can be. They don't go away,
And
but they can be less intense.
I can see if it was like
Once you
Well,
start
check
to
this
get-
out.
we were
Hey,
brand new.
look.
And he
Hey,
was
look,
still
man. Let me get off this
feeling. I had to
microphone.
let that go.
No,
Y'all can find me. What's happening?
I was gonna say, please tell the people where to
Cause I was
find
about
you.
to say
Once again,
jealousy.
check this out, man.
My stomach
Once
is
again.
jealous out this
Please,
motherfucker. I'm hungry.
Hey,
than
first
a
and foremost,
motherfucker.
before I say it again, I want to tell you guys thank you for having me on, and it's been a great conversation. And this is what I do.
Wow.
This is what I do as a therapist, and this is what this is why I work with individuals who are thinking about exploring polyamory or going into ethical non-monogamy. And you can find me once again on IG as _therapist, and find me at www.keycounseling.solutions.com.
Yeah, let me grab my phone.
And I look forward to
Hey, Jersey. Tell the people where they can find you at. What you doing?
Oh my God, Jersey Carter 76 on IG.
Definitely. So thank y'all again. Though. I'm happy to be here.
Hey, okay.
We
y'all-
are happy to have you. So just so you know, he is a
Facts.
black male counselor here in Central Florida. You're not going to find anyone better, so please go follow.
Oh,
Key
thank you.
Counseling.
Oh shit.
I know it's funny, and I think I told you this. I was talking from experience. It is hard to find a quality black therapist here in Florida. Black male.
Horrible.
Just saying, we already talked about quality because we ain't got no quantity.
And yo, listen, shout out one more time to VXV Fitness Studios for holding us down, man. I love
In fact,
it. I love
we
it.
got the owner over here, Rob. She's not going to come on camera today.
She here?
She's not going to come on camera, but
yeah, Rob's
once
in the
again,
building.
black woman-owned gym downtown.
Absolutely.
Already. Appreciate y'all having me again,
and
man.
shout
I
out
hope-
to Malaika for coming through and as she always does on the Sextment. But today, oh boy, you saw the red in her face. This fuck nigga. What? Hey man, love y'all to death, man. You already know who I am. Holla at me, man. Y'all see y'all soon.
All right, y'all be easy, man. Appreciate y'all having me.
Peace. Already.